What's happening, gang? All four of you that have tuned in for the Lucha Show. Good to see you. Good to see you. We do have a poll running on the most disappointing NFL team so far. It looks like the Bengals are running away with it with one vote at 100%. They have been disappointing this year. I cannot tell a lie there. That has not been a good start for them. But it's a 17-game season, so you never know what's going to happen. We got football on as we speak. The Jets and Vikings are in London. Looks like 3-0 Minnesota. Minnesota did just fumble. Is Minnesota the real deal at 4-0? I don't know. I can't tell. But we got lots of stuff to cover today. Lots of things. So we've got multiple breakfasts from multiple people. We've got interesting conversation I had in a few different places in the supermarket yesterday with some watch people. We have whatever else you guys want to talk about. One thing I did want to show, I didn't see this in time. BW had brought up his Zenith El Primero, his vintage throwback, and he sent me a picture of it, and I didn't realize he did. So I wanted to make sure we got that on the screen today. Look at that thing. Looks like almost like a yacht timer, the way the colorway is, but very cool. He's had that watch, I believe he said, since the 70s. You got a 4:30 date. You got multicolored stub register with a red hand. You got a red chronograph, big chronograph hand. You got lots of stuff going on there. And so it's an interesting watch. Like maybe the Jets threw an interception? Huh. Maybe a pick six. Damn. The Jets are up 10-0 after a fumble. Who would have thought it possible? Who would have thought? We got 5 people now in the room. Look out, Loretta. Don't be afraid to hit the chat box. Please hit the thumbs up and upvote the stream. We do always appreciate those. And we don't ask for much here. Occasional thumbs up. So other stuff we need to cover. So that's BW Zenith. We'll come back to that too if he pops on the show. That was cool. Thank you. Again, luchabedic@gmail.com if you want to have your watch featured. Sometimes nice to, if you do throw it in during the show, send me a note in the chat. Hopefully I see it and I can go pull it up. But other things. Friend of the show, Muhammad Ali, sent me his breakfast this morning. It looks delicious. I have to figure out what that sauce is. It's almost like a mushroom hash with a couple of poached eggs on top. It looks amazing. I'm not sure if those are scallions, shredded scallions on top or parsley. I'm not exactly sure what the sauce is, but when you send me, and when I see a breakfast picture, what do I want to do? I want to make that breakfast. I can't help myself. But that looks amazingly delicious. And we all know the story behind him finally getting his Grail Pepsi. So that's in the picture as well. Good deal. Thank you, Muhammad Ali, for sharing your breakfast with us. And again, if you want to share your breakfast, luchabedic@gmail.com. It's easy. It's easy peasy. We have lots to go over today. Like I said, we need to get the chat involved, but excuse me, a little congested today. We had a good day at the dealership yesterday. Big sale going on this week. Had probably our best day in a few months. Our best Saturday in a few months. So that was nice to see. Nice to have some action going on. We have some programs, a little bit of factory support this month from Stellantis. Plus, we're doing an invitation sale mailer, and we got a big response to it. So whenever you do those things, there's a certain amount of people want to just come in for the raffle or the prizes or whatever, which is good. But there's a certain amount of people that will stick around to hear the pitch as well. Check out what's going on. All of the EVs and hybrids have 0% to 72 months going on right now. So that's always good to see. We like that. So yes, the Vikings are up 10-0 on the Jets. The Jets could be. I didn't really have high hopes for them, so I didn't put them on the most disappointing team poll because I didn't think they were going to be that good. We've got 4 votes so far. We've got the Cowboys at 25%, and the Bengals at 75%. The Cowboys are 2-2. They play the Steelers tonight. On Sunday Night Football, I was hoping that the the Steelers would lose all their games this year and get some good draft picks, but evidently that's not going to happen because they're 3-1. So they may be the most disappointing team to me at 3-1. But hey, Mike Tomlin just always finds a way to make a middling team. Muhammad Ali is in the chat. He said, "Thanks. I will get the sauce subscription next time I am at the restaurant. It looks amazing." So yes, definitely, it's better than my breakfast. I tried to get cute and I messed it up. So we'll pull up mine here. So the other day, BW sent me what the hell were those things called? It's like a mix of an orange and a lime. It's kind of a bitter fruit. So I've been using. I made juice out of them, and I also made a couple of marinade. It's not sauce. It's marinade. So I took the Spam. I did the sea log again, the Filipino sea log. So I took this Filipino fruit. Let me get the name of it so you guys know. Let's see. What the heck was that called? I can't find that email. Dang it. But it was awfully nice of him to send me those. That calamansi, that's what it was. Calamansi, very sour, tastes like an orange and lime together. Amazing. I made a couple marinades out of it, and that came out really well. So I scored the Spam. I went with the Spam sea log this time. And so I scored the Spam, and I let the who's a majigger? Oh, 521 Taipei's in. He bought the Tesla. There you go. Cool. 521 Taipei. Pittsburgh guy. Good guy. Good to see. So I scored the meat, and then I used the calamansi and some other spices to give it a quick marinade, and then I just fried it, and of course the rice with the garlic oil and the roasted garlic is just so good. It's really so good. It's really become one of my favorites. In fact, today's breakfast was a variation of that. Muhammad Ali says, I'm going to the Bears-Jaguars game here in London next week. Oh, that'll be a good time. Those games look like they're a lot of fun. And they're definitely trying to make a more global imprint for the league. So, good times. Logan Hall's Grill Streams. Good morning, sir. I love the soup. I was at work, so I would cut in and out. Some working deals. Checking out the Penn State game score. Checking out your grill stream all at the same time. But love those Mexican soups like that. That just looked amazing. If you guys are not subscribed to Logan Hall's grill streams, you should be. He does really good. It really thorough. I show you the end result. He shows you, the magic behind it. And so he makes great food. He has the coolest tools to do it with, and we love it. We love Logan Hall's grill streams almost as much as we love watches. Because who doesn't love watches? So other things to go cover here. I threw some things on the Instagram so we could make sure to remember to hit them. If Thomas Burnett comes in, he did have a question right as we were ending yesterday. This was my breakfast today. I tried to get cute. So I made I was going to try and like a slow drizzle of yolk out of one of the egg yolks, and it just completely flooded down. Like, damn it. The best laid plans. What are you going to do? But I will say this, the breakfast itself. So I took some bone. They were on sale too. They were actually really good price. There was some boneless pork country ribs that they had at the meat counter on sale. And so I marinated those. And that was calamansi based with some spices, a little bit of soy, a little bit of sesame oil. And I hit them on the grill real quick, and then I hit it with a little gochujang Korean barbecue sauce. So like a little bit of Philippines meets Korea dish today. And again, the garlic rice. I am addicted to this garlic rice. It is so good. It is. I mean, basically, here's what I'm doing. I'm taking garlic. I'm toasting it in a little bit of oil. Removing the toasted garlic once it gets a little yellow, and then putting in the oil back in the pan and just kind of quick frying the rice, not to where it gets crispy or anything, but day old rice, and it's freaking delicious. It is so good. It's become one of my new favorite things. And got some sort of this was a kind of a not the whole grain sprouted grain bread that I normally get. This had like some herbs and cheese in it that I got from the market district, which always makes for a good bread. Toasted that up, hit it with a little bit of parsley and some parm, and it went well with the meal. Quick toast of some strawberry fields tomatoes, and we're off and running on my breakfast this morning. What did you guys have for breakfast? We know what Muhammad Ali had for breakfast because he's already said so. Where are we at on our upvotes? 8 upvotes. Cool. Thank you, guys. We got 57% say the Bengals are the most disappointing team and 43% for the Cowboys. The other question that we could ask is, are the Minnesota Vikings the real deal? They're up 10-0. They're into Jets territory. This could be a runaway laugher. Is Aaron Rodgers washed up? Could be. Why is Sam Darnold playing so well against his former team, the team that drafted him, and then said, oh, he's a terrible quarterback, but everyone else seems to love him? What is the secret Shanahan sauce? Because he was over with the 49ers last year as a backup to Purdy. Did that year in a professional room make a difference? I don't know. You tell me. You guys tell me. Well, you have to tell me something. Nobody's talking. We have no chat going today. We got 11 people in and nobody's chatting. What's up with that? Other things. So that was my breakfast. Delicious. Sorry. Muhammad Ali's breakfast looks like it might have been better. There's a poll on Instagram if you follow that tiny wristed rat bastard Teddy Baldassar. Once again, trying to make our watches smaller. He can't help himself. Enough is enough, Ted. Let it go. Just stop. We're done with you. Why, Ted? Why do you want to make our watches smaller and harder to read? What's up with that? I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. But yes, so Teddy's poll is going to skew towards the smaller watches, of course, because that's just the way he does it. He can't help himself. He just can't help himself. Let's see. I haven't looked at this poll in a while to see where it is, but I'm sure it's in that 38 range because that's what everybody says. Oh, it must be a 38. I'm wearing my smallest watch today, the Omega Specialties CK859. Beautiful watch, but it is my smallest watch at 39. On my big lumbering wrists, it does disappear a little bit. It certainly does. Can't help it. It is what it is. What are you going to do? So what do you guys want to talk about? You tell me. We did have, let's see, Thomas Burnett comes back. We will go over his question from the end of the day yesterday. Penn State won big against UCLA yesterday, like 27-11. UCLA scored with like 10 seconds left. Scored a touchdown and 2-point conversion, trying to make some kind of point. I don't know. It just means that L. Angeles is not good at football. But Penn State, Alabama lost yesterday. Penn State could move up. They came into the week number 7. As long as they can stay in the top 10 until the playoff, that'll be good. Their toughest games are USC and which I believe is next week, and then in a couple weeks Ohio State. Those are going to be the tough games, but we'll see what they do. They always find a way to disappoint me, but hey, it is what it is. Is there anybody out there? Is there anybody out there? The chat is silent. We're up to 50% for the Eagles, 38% for the Cowboys, and 12% as the Eagles has the most disappointing. The Eagles look like a clusterfuck right now. They do not look good. I mean, they're 2-2, so they're not absolutely terrible, but they just seem to have so much drama going on. It's terrible. Who wants the drama? Except for on a watch live stream. People love drama on live streams. So we'll try and give you some of that as well. Maybe we'll do a little drama talk today. Billy says, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Billy. Good to see you. What else we got going on? What else has happened? So yesterday, I was in the Market District after work and picking up some stuff to make you guys breakfast because that's how much I care. I care. I gotta make sure that my audience gets to see a breakfast. I can't help myself. But there was a woman in the soda aisle, and she was wearing a Cartier, and she had one of those very small carts, which is a lot of times what I get because I'm normally just buying stuff for myself. But she was in front of where I wanted to go because I wanted some. Actually, I wanted this. I wanted some zero sugar Verner's ginger ale because it's delicious. And she's wearing a Cartier, and I was about to compliment her on her watch, but she was in the middle of doing stuff, and then all of a sudden this guy rolls up to in front of me as well and starts talking to her. It's her husband. He's got a little cart as well, so they must be attacking the store from two sides. Who knows? But he's wearing a No Time to Die Omega Seamaster. So I was standing there for a second. And I just said, "Hey, I love your watches." I said, "That's a No Time to Die, right?" And he said, "Yeah." And I happen to be wearing my white Seamaster. And they started, "Oh, you're wearing the white one. We love the white one." And they're going on. And we had a nice little chat in the soda aisle. And then I was somewhere else in the store. And again, they were separate. It was weird. So the wife sees me and she goes, "I really, really like that white dial on that one." I said, "Well, thank you." I said, "I'm a big fan, obviously, of the No Time to Die." And she said, "I bought that for him. He's a big James Bond fan, blah, blah, blah." Yeah, she was just, telling me the story behind the watch, which was cool. So I showed her a picture of the CK859. I said, "I have this, blah, blah, blah." And it was just kind of an interesting conversation. And then, so as I was leaving, I run into him. So I start chatting with him again, about his watch and stuff. And he's going on about how much he likes the white one. And I showed him the picture of the CK859 that had shown to the missus. And he's like, "Oh, I love that." He was going on about that watch and stuff. So it was kind of an interesting conversation to have with some watch people in the supermarket. You see so many Apple watches and stuff these days, Fitbits and whatever the other, the other company calls their smartwatches. There's so much of that crap that when you see somebody wearing a a real timepiece, you want to mention it. It's a good thing to mention. It's a good conversation starter. You never know where you're going to find your friends, your future friends. Who knows? But hopefully they tune into the show. Guy that was at the dealership yesterday was wearing he was wearing this. It's a watch I always liked. Hold on. Oh, let's see. It was a Breitling. And it's a similar watch to one that Nick Wright wears on First Things First, if you watch that sports talk show. Let's share the Breitling tab. He said he also has a Navi timer and a Rolex. But the watch he was wearing was one of these. It's a blue dial, not a chrono. Here it is, right here. Boom. Boom. He was wearing the Super Ocean chronometer. It was a very nice watch. Black bar with the mesh bracelet. It was a very cool watch. It was nice to see. Orko's in the house. Orko. Yeah, so he was wearing a Breitling Super Ocean on the mesh in blue. It was a very nice watch. I'm not crazy about the hour hand on it. I don't know that it goes well with the sword minute hand, but I've seen worse. Third and 2, and the Jets get stopped. Look out, Jets. Hi, Marcelo. How are you? Yeah, so that watch was really nice in person. The bracelet, very, very stout, very thick bracelet on it. I'm sure that's made by that Stibe company that makes all those. It was cool. Dated 6 o'clock, which I always like. I prefer. But the watch itself, let's go into the specs because got to hold it for a second. Let's see if there's any other good pictures of it. There it is. Sign crown, coin edge bezel. Just a nice watch. I mean, just absolutely nothing wrong with it. Kind of peaks. Let's get some specs here. You want an extra strap? Technical data. That's what we're looking for. So it was a big watch. It might be like 44. Yeah. I thought it was either 43 or 44. The 14.5 thick, 22 on the lugs, 200 meters water resistance, 70 hours of power reserve, Breitling B20 manufacturer movement, date at 6 o'clock. It was a good, just a nice solid watch. He's got a few watches. He loves his Breitlings. He has two of them. He says he rarely wears. He's got a Rolex Datejust that he rarely ever wears. He prefers to wear the Breitlings out. So there's that. In other watch news from the day, but amazing the things you could talk about with people. You know. Let's see what else we got going on here. It's a slow week for watches, I think. Well, I guess you did have the new Speedmaster, the first Omega in space. Is there an article on that? Let's see if I can find one. Let's see. Top stories. Gear Patrol. Watch time. Who do you want to go with? Gear Patrol or Watch time? Bodinky. Bodinky got. Would they sign up with Watch of the Switzerland or something? I don't know. Watch the Switzerland is still not open, as far as I know. It's the Ross Park Mall in Pittsburgh. They promised us it would be open in the summer. And when I go on their website, they do not list it as a store yet. It's not far from my house, but it's not close. Like the third closest mall, but it's the nicest mall, the mall that has the most stuff. But it's interesting. Interesting. So I think he's doing the Dear Artifact. We need him. He loves these speedies. The first Omega in Space Speedmaster returns with a new blue-gray dial. So around 40 years ago, Omega discontinued the first Omega in Space. Now it's back. I kind of like the dial. I like the hands. I wish it had the second hand like on the 321, but the watch itself is pretty solid. This was originally the CK2998, worn by Walter Wally Schirra on his Sigma 7 mission. This is his personal watch. Very cool. So yes, instead of the moon, we're going with space this time. The first Omega in space. What do you guys think of that watch? The chat is not very chatty to me, I have to say. Must be a lot going on in the world today. Nobody wants to chat. That's all right. But I thought the watch itself came out pretty well. Looks good. 39 by 7, 13.4 thick, 48 millimeter lug to lug. That means it's not huge, but not tiny. So it'll fit a wide variety of wrists. Sits somewhere between the other professional models in the lineup. A little less than a Sapphire Sandwich, a little more than a Headlight Speedy. It's $7,900. At that price, you get a steel flat link bracelet, which I'm a big fan, with the Easy Adjust system. Not a limited edition, but I'm guessing it'll be pretty tough to get for a few months, I'd say. It would make sense. But I thought the dial itself, I don't hate it. I thought they did a pretty decent job with it. I don't know. You guys tell me. Oh, wait, you're not talking to me. That's all right. There's no chat. Nobody is chatting. There's a link pinned at the top. And nobody's chatting. Worker says everyone is worn out by all of the college football upsets. Yeah, there's some upsets. How about Alabama going down to Vanderbilt? To Vandy. Damn. That's gonna leave a mark. What does that mean for Alabama and Georgia sitting in the top 5 with one loss? We have teams like Penn State with no losses sitting behind them. Worker says he loved watching Vandy win. Yeah, it's always. Yeah. Alabama's an institution, but college football royalty, if you will, but it is nice to see an upset. Always good to see an upset. I'm not upset by an upset. I don't know about you guys, but that's just the way it goes. Sometimes your team loses. And it looks like Minnesota's just first and second down. Can't tell where they are on the field, but they've just been sort of running over the Jets. Oh yeah, they're in field goal range already. In the 2nd and 5, so I think the Vikings might be the real deal. We're in their full purple unis. And the Jets are wearing all white. I hate that the Jets went back to that group. The Jets had the best helmet and jersey, and they went away from it in the 70s and 80s and 90s, and they came back with it. Then they went back to these ugly green helmets, ugly unis. They had great unis. I don't know what happened. I don't know why. We've got BW. BW's in the chat. Cool. When BW, we were showing your Zenith earlier. I'm sorry I missed it last week when you sent me the picture. But again, if you want to send me a picture of your watch or breakfast or whatever, we do accept those. And good morning, George Varghese. Always good to see you guys, you and BW, Norco, and everybody else in the chat. But here, let's go back to this. So BW, this is his Zenith El Primero chronograph that he sent a picture of. 70s vintage, I believe he said. Beautiful watch. Kind of cool. BW has the best watch company or watch collection because he's got eclectic things. George Varghese has the best watch collection because he's got amazing things. But BW has things like this Zenith and his Tudor North flag and his Explorer Ford, like stuff that's just cool. You know, stuff you like to see. But Billy says, I thought the watch industry was bad too. I went to my local Jeep dealer outside of Washington, D.C. They had so many Jeeps. They didn't have even have places to park. I know. Yeah, they came out with some factory support and some programs. So hopefully it's going to help. Like I said, we had our best Saturday in months yesterday. Part of it was the programs. Part of it was we took advantage. Some of those programs were leaked early, so we did an invitation mailer sale to try and capitalize on that, and did pretty well. And so hopefully this week, because the sale goes all week, hopefully it keeps going, and we are in good shape this month. Maybe we'll have a huge month. I can buy a watch. Who knows? But yeah, there's a ton of Jeeps on the ground. There's a lot of 4XEs. So all of those hybrid Jeeps, your 4XE Wranglers, your 4XE Grand Cherokees, your plug-in hybrid Pacificas, your Hornets, the E all-wheel drive Hornets, all have 0% to 72 months going on right now. George says, some great MLB playoff games last night. Ohtani is a unicorn. Yeah, Ohtani's amazing. Yeah, Ohtani is amazing to watch. There's so much to watch and going on. So you've got the NFL, you got the baseball playoffs, hockey season starts this week, college football. I've just got so much to watch. Looks like the Vikings are second and goal at the 4, 3, maybe it's a 3. They could be about to go up. Oh, incomplete. George, if you want to come on and do the football picks again, you are more than welcome. You can always do football picks. If you want your football team to win, convince me to pick against them. I'm a terrible prognosticator. But what are you going to do? It's not my job. I'm not a prognosticator. And it happens. But BW Zenith, I appreciate. Yeah, again, anybody wants to send me a note in the chat saying that you sent me something. Sometimes I miss it. I don't pick it up right away. Grab it again. But also, guys, we were. I was got a picture this morning from our good friend. Oh, cool, George. Yeah, come on. Muhammad Ali. And again, we all know the story behind him getting his Pepsi, which is cool. But he shared breakfast with us. Because what do we love more than anything on the Lucha Network? Breakfast. It's amazing. So that looks to be some sort of a mushroom hash, maybe sauteed mushrooms. He's going to find out what the sauce is for me. It was a couple poached eggs on top, and it looks really good. It looks like something I need to make. You guys know how I get. I see something, I'm like, oh, I don't want to make that. Oh, looks like 17-0 Minnesota over the Jets. Aaron Rodgers might be washed. Yes, BW, his breakfast looks amazing. His breakfast outshined mine today. Yeah, the problem. Yeah, Stellantis is they outpriced everything. They really did, and we've been re-invoiced a ton this year, where they rolled back prices on cars because it hasn't been good. So we do a ton of. Yeah, I see 84-month financing is crazy. That's 7-year financing on a car, but we do much more leasing. We try and push people to the lease side so that we see them faster and they're in a better position, because 84-month financing, if you put somebody into an 84-month finance on a car, that person, if they're not putting a lot of money down and if they owe a little bit more on their old car, it's just, you're never going to be able to sell them another car, at least in my lifetime, because I don't plan on living that much. I gotta be honest with you. God can take me tomorrow. Some of the new Dodge trucks are 100 grand, 120 for a pickup truck. Yeah, most of our trucks are in the 50s. The ones we sell the most, so the big horns, crew cabs, and stuff like that. But yeah, there are some of those trucks that get up there, especially like when you get into some of those specialty models. That's almost as crazy as buying a Paddock leaf box for 100. Yes. Yeah, well, if you're gonna spend 50 grand, would you rather have a watch or a car? Or 100 grand, would you rather have a watch or a car? You guys, these are decisions that people are making. The only good thing is the car drives are wrong. The watch doesn't do anything. It's not in the basement. Same as the car. Yes. Yeah, you can use your car for a little bit more than your watch, but that's kind of why I'm a kind of 10-ish grand and under person when I buy my watches. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me where I'm at and what my goals are to spend that kind of money on a watch. If you have it, God bless you. I have nothing against it. I love to see people's cool stuff. But at the same time, I can't justify for myself spending big, huge money on a watch. That just to me seems a little bit extreme, especially in this the economy. I mean, the economy right now it's not great. Yeah, and the election coming up, that always hurts business. But Muhammad Ali made a great breakfast. BW, I made this morning, and I tried to do the little cut on the yolk to make a little bit of a drizzle, and all the yolk come running out down onto the plate. I tried to get a little bit fancier for you guys, but I got out of my lane, and look what happened. Spilled yolk. But thank you again. So I marinated those pork ribs. Those were boneless pork ribs that I marinated in. Started with the what is it called, calamansi, the fruit that you used the last of the fruit that you sent, and I put that in with some spices and some. I kind of made it a little bit of an Asian flair, and then I topped it with a little bit of gochujang. So I kind of made a Philippines meets Korean breakfast this morning. But my yolk ran all over the place. The one I didn't cut the one today, but yeah, it was a little disappointing. But very good. I hope the missus would approve of my long. Parker says it's a disaster. It is. It's a disaster. I broke the yolk. He says it looks delicious. It was great. And that garlic that you said, I thank you so much. I can't thank you guys enough for sending that stuff up. That was awesome. And that fruit, I made juice with it last week. So here, let me or was it Wednesday? I think it was Wednesday. I made the spam sea log. Yeah, here. So the juice on the right, I mean, it takes a while to juice enough for those to make a good juice out of it. And it was bitter enough that I added, like, so diabetic, I added a little bit of Splenda, a little bit of a pinch of salt, and a dash of water in there. But it takes a while to juice enough of those to get a good cup of juice. But I made but I forgot to put the garlic on top of this one before I started digging up, starving. I started eating. Like, I forgot the garlic. Damn it. What was I thinking? Uh-oh. Speaking of what was I thinking?
Hey, good morning, Mark.
What's happening, sir?
Hey, you enticed me with the NFL season. What a great
season,
right? Major
what a
League
great time to be alive.
Right? You got NHL starting.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the NBA preseason almost over, getting ready to start the regular season. And then you've got the two major sports.
Yeah, baseball playoff.
Yeah. Yep.
Football. Let's see. Billy's been going on about the cars. He said the problem with 7-year financing, they don't get the customer back every 2 to 3 years to buy a new car and they make less sales. I used to buy a Cadillac every 2 to 3 years. Yeah, that's why we're big lease people at my dealership. We lease a lot of cars because I mean, it used to be extended financing was 5 years, and then it was 6 years, and then now it's 7 years. I'm just waiting. I know that there are banks doing 8 year financing, 96 months, but we don't have any of those yet. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And the cars are so expensive.
Well, how's your Sunday going, Mark?
My Sunday's going well, George. My Sunday's going well. I have no real complaints, except I broke that yolk on my breakfast.
I think that looks pretty good.
Well, that was Wednesdays.
Oh, okay.
Here, this was the one I made. I made it with gochujang grilled pork ribs. Same dish, but see, I cut that yolk to try and make it drizzle a little on there, like the TV shows, but it all just came right out, George.
Yeah, I have the same problems. That's why my eggs always end up scrambled. Exactly. I thought for sure Cowboy Dick would be on for sure, but Cowboy Dick must be somewhere in Disney World or something.
Thing coming up. He's been doing a lot to get that ready. The big convention he does in Vegas.
Right.
It might be. Is it this week or next week? I can't even remember. So he's probably got a ton going on with that.
Anyways, there's something happening at Cellini Jewelers that I knew about, and then I think OC sent me a flyer. But they're having a Meet the Watchmakers thing going on, and it's on October 17th and 18th from 11 to 5. So if anybody's interested, yeah, if you go to Cellini Jewelers on their website, it's on their front page.
I think I saw he shared that on his Instagram.
Yeah. And unfortunately, like everything else in life, timing is everything. I'm going to be back home in the OC during that time, 18th to the 20th. So, yeah. But there's some really nice independent watchmakers supposed to be there, and I thought maybe we could just kind of take a look at some of their watches and just get the gauge of the public.
Absolutely. Who do you want to go to first, George?
Well, let's start from let's start on the top. Let's go. I've never heard of Our Time, so
okay.
But if you go down the web page, I think they have photos of their watches. But I'm kind of curious to know how much they are. To be honest with you.
Yeah. Let's see, Cellini Jewelers is on their page. On the Cellini page.
Yeah.
Meet the Watchmakers, right there. Jeez,
I think if you click that, I think it goes straight to there. Yeah, if you just click it, it should go. Yeah.
Okay. So we got Didier Breton from Our Time, which I've never heard of either.
I haven't heard of them.
Yeah, Cyrus.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Yeah. Her work, obviously, we've heard of them.
Yeah.
No Tichier, Longa, and I don't know if I've heard of Lang and Hine either. Long and Hine.
I think Lang and Hine was famous because Marco Lang was one of the co-creators of Lange and Hine, and obviously they're German. And then he left, so he's no longer affiliated with the company, and he was the creative force of Lange and Hine. So so this is
hey, good news. Kind of interesting. The Jets are punting again.
The Jets suck.
They're terrible.
What a horrible team.
What a dumpster fire. Them in Philadelphia, I think. Just dumpster fires right now.
Well, you guys got a good game this weekend against the Cowboys. I got the Steelers and the points on that one.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like the way you think.
Yeah.
All right. So here's Our Time. Let's see. Let's take a look at this. Huh.
Actually, a pretty nice looking watch.
Yeah. Not bad at all. Just make it bigger. So, open work. I like that crown. The crown's cool.
Yeah. The crown does look cool.
Yeah. It's different.
I like the symmetry on the on the leather to the hinge.
Yeah. Yeah, almost.
It looks right.
Yeah. This moves right in there. It's kind of a cool.
It is really nice.
Bet you these are not cheap.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that'll be at least 6 figures.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right.
But nice looking watch.
It is actually a nice watch. I mean, if you like that skeletonized look,
yeah,
actually kind of cool. There is a lot of symmetry to that one. Some of them there is, and I don't care for some of the skeletons because it almost looks haphazard the way it's put together.
Right.
But this is actually pretty cool.
I agree. Oh, not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice.
You get a glimpse inside too.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna give this guy a thumbs up.
Yeah, it's a very nice watch.
Be interesting to hear.
I just wish they would put a price on these. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah. So limited to 20 pieces, titanium with the integrated sapphire case metal. That's where we're looking through the side there. So you get a proprietary.
Oh, that's a tourbillon, I think. I think that's a tourbillon too, Mark. Right?
Let's see.
You blow it up. Yeah, it's a tourbillon. If you see it,
yeah,
you can see the bridges attached. Yep. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a good looking piece.
So, and I'm just reading the little article about this. The ART-01 was created by a team that's worked with AP, Philippe Dufour, Grouvelle Forcy, and FP Journe. So,
wow.
There's some nice photos.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go down to the bottom of the page if they have the pricing on this thing. Oh my! Almost 200,000 Swiss francs.
Oh wow! Yeah, that's a pricey one.
Yeah.
Definitely a pricey one. Let's see who's next. I like that though. That was cool. That'd be. Bet you that those guys are interesting to talk to.
I bet.
He says I was very privileged to participate in the Meet the Watchmakers, which brings together enthusiasts getting out of my daily life as a creator to meet collectors who share the same passion and understand the true value of our creations is an honor. Very cool. But next we have the Cyrus collection by Jean-Francois Mojon. Let's take a peek and see what he's got.
I'm not sure about the 2 crowns. I just think that's weird.
Crazy.
I think that's bizarre, weird, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you can have 2 crowns on a watch, but not opposite each other like that. It's kind of. I agree with you. I'm not crazy about that vertical tourbillon model either. Dice. I mean, if you said, Mark, you have to pick one of these watches, I would probably go with this one.
You know, the only thing there's things about symmetry that I go to with my eyes, and that bracelet looks awfully small for that case.
It does, and whereas the other one we said about the balance with the bridges and all the things that made it look good, this one just sort of like odd.
Yeah, it just looks off. Something about it. I think it's the bracelet size. I think it's the presence of that second lug.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that one a no vote.
Yeah. Let's see if I can find out how much that is.
Bet you that's not cheap.
No, I can guarantee none of these are cheap.
Yeah.
I'm 100% sure none of these are cheap.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm trying to find it. Let's see if Fratello has anything.
He's exploring the new stylistic.
Well, they said the GMT retrograde limited edition is about 18,000 euros.
Okay. Not quite as crazy as the art times.
No.
All right. So now we have David Kando.
Now he's pretty good watchmaker. I've heard of him. So he's a really good watchmaker.
So he makes these interesting watches. I like this green one at the bottom.
Me too.
I think I've seen this before.
Yep.
I have no idea. This has got to be a super expensive watch.
No doubt about it. Let me see.
It won't click to make it to get in and see what it's about.
It's about 100. The titanium, the DC1, the titanium is about 163,000 euros.
Okay.
So I'm assuming it's either the one on the far left or the one on the. Is that the DC1?
DC6, DC1, DC7.
Yeah.
Stop there.
So let me just see. Yeah. So the DC. Let me see. I'm just reading this. The DC7 is 150,000 in titanium euros and 150,000 in Swiss francs and 180 in rose gold in Swiss francs.
Yeah, it made 8 of them. Limited edition, 8 pieces. Secret and retractable crown. They don't have a lot of pictures. I guess the crown is here on the bottom.
It is. It's at the 6 o'clock position.
Yeah. Central hours and minutes, seconds hand via tourbillon cage at 12 o'clock, which is kind of what makes the watch, I think.
Personally, I don't like this one. I like the other ones.
You like the other one?
That was on there. Yeah.
I don't have any one picture.
Yeah. You think if you want to sell these watches, you'd have like more, right?
Yeah. Which one do you like? The DC one or the DC?
I like the middle one.
Middle one, DC one?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can. This website's slow. Let's see here. Left or right? Rose gold or steel?
Steel.
No, at least he's got some pictures of this one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's kind of cool.
Looks like 2 eyes and a face looking at you, right?
Looks like a Martian coming down.
Right.
Coming down.
Right. And again, it's just a little odd, you know?
Yeah. It's cool though. It's different. It's really different. What'd you say this runs? 150.
Yeah, some Swiss francs.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a pass, even though I'm sure it's well made, you know, but
sure it is.
Yes. First of all, these independents, I think they try a little too hard sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Instead of just keeping it simple. Yeah, exactly. BW.
BW's exactly trying too hard.
Yeah, they're just trying too hard to make it stand out, look different. Where it just
the 2 crowns on that other one are like for people of an ear fetish.
Right. Good point.
Oh man, let's see who's up next here.
Now Langenhain, they have a pretty long history, but like I said, when Marco Lang left the brand, it's never been the same.
Okay.
And I think they're resurrecting it or trying to. And the problem is the driving force of creativity is long gone, and now you're stuck with your history, and they're just trying to remake history. So all these watches, I think that you're seeing, were all of Marco Lang's ideas.
Marco Lang's ideas.
Yeah,
There's,
all of these, including those three on the back on the bottom, those with the bracelets,
mhm.
those were all his creations and ideas.
Because these,
The Hector.
yeah, items sold out. 99
Yeah.
pieces.
Yeah.
Um,
These all sold out during the Nautilus Royal Oak craze, because
okay.
anything that looked like them sold out, right?
Yeah.
And this is actually a really nice watch when you compare this to an Odysseus. This is really actually a really nice looking watch.
Okay. Because it gives me those vibes.
Yeah, it's German made,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm. Dresden.
Yep.
I mean, they're nice, but they're. What do these go for, George? You know?
Oh, I just remember back in the gray, back a few years back, they were about 25 to 27. So
Okay.
nothing crazy.
Not super crazy, no.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Yeah, my problem with some of these, if I was going to spend that kind of money on a watch, I would want somebody to know what it is.
Right.
You know, like when I ran into those
So,
people at the Market District yesterday, they knew they were. She was wearing a Cartier, he was wearing an Omega, I was wearing an
mm-hmm,
Omega. We all knew what each other's watches were, so we could have a conversation about. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
It wasn't
Now,
anything.
and the issue that I have with Lang and Hein, I looked at this piece before, and if you look at the gold, I don't know how you pronounce it, but I'm just going to say it's called the George. It's
Yeah.
basically the rectangular shaped one. Why
Mm-hmm.
would you? And these watches run about $35,000 to $40,000. So
Uh,
why would you want to buy this when you could get a reverso?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It
Mm-hmm.
just it just doesn't add up for. I
Yeah.
mean, I understand the finish and everything, but
And I
and
and I'm not crazy. I'll tell you what I'm not crazy about on these. Now that I'm looking at these, this is that watch company that does these three. See at the top here.
yeah, yeah,
Oh, yeah, I'm not crazy about that look.
yeah. It's very classy, that's for sure. But I think for a tenth, less than a third of the price of that, you could get a nice reverso, right?
Right. Or a Cartier.
Right, right.
All right. How about Renault Tichet?
I've never heard of them, so
I've
this
never
is
heard
a
of
new
them
one
either.
to me.
Looks like they have a collection. Let's just pull up this rose gold one then. Take a peek.
Yeah.
Everybody must be on their website today. They're all. Let's see. Let's go in the chat here.
Now,
Let's see.
now this actually looks
Oh
pretty
wait.
nice.
Let's see. Thomas Burnett's in the chat. It says Jean Francois. Jean is a master watchmaker and founder and owner of Renault. He's collaborated with him. Okay. Jean was mentor to Simon Brett, who worked for him before breaking out on his own. Those are dual chronographs with the pushers on both sides, one for each hand. LNH makes some exceptional watches, superb classic finishing. It's under the radar for people who know.
Exactly.
Langheim George is spectacular finishing compared to the reverse. Yeah, it looks like a beautiful watch.
Yeah, I'm
I'm not
sure it
crazy.
is, but
Three,
I'd
three.
rather, like John D says. I mean, the reverso is iconic, right?
Yeah.
And I can pocket 2/3 of my money.
Buckley, the
Yeah.
Jets can't be the biggest disappointment because I had no, I thought they were going to be a bad team, so it's not disappointing. They did score though, isn't it like 17-7 though? I believe they did finally score. So, but yeah, I just think Aaron Rodgers is old. I think their coach is terrible. Their offensive coordinator is not very good, and they seem to be wasting a lot of time. Yeah, 17-7 at the half, maybe.
So in 1.5 games, they've scored 16 points.
Yeah. They beat the Patriots, so
everybody beats the Patriots, Mark.
I know, but they beat the Patriots, and then they started talking about going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Seemed like an odd thing.
So these watches, I think, are about like 70 or 80,000.
Okay. If I had the money to buy these watches, I would not buy these watches. I will only even buy a Richard Mille. I think it's ugly. George loves his Richard Mille.
Yep.
Their coaches are seized without the leadership and dominance. Look it up. That's identical.
Yeah. But Saleh did really well with the Niners. That's, you look at all these, the problem is the Mike Shanahan coaching tree has not been very successful.
Part of it is these guys think that they can just act like, Mike Shanahan or Bill Belichick
Right.
or when they leave. Well, they haven't earned that yet. You're an offensive coordinator. You need to earn your way.
Yeah. And, Kyle is a different person, but like Saleh worked as his defensive coordinator and he's not doing very well. And then you've got McDaniel in Miami. He can't coach to save his life because, but you figure by now you have you have Jalen Waddle and you have Tyreek Hill. You can't figure a way to get them the ball.
Yeah.
I don't care who you have as a quarterback back there. You can figure out a scheme or something to get them the ball, but oh well.
Let me see if I can find Xerxes. XER. We got XER.
XES.
Oh, he does look like Robert. Oh, jeez. I don't want a video. I just want to be a picture. Here we go. He does look like Robert Saleh. Oh, geez, George.
Yeah. True.
Robert
One
Saleh.
of the early. My history serves me correct. He was king of Persia.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah. Johnny O thinks the Jets are sluggish Jets are sluggish overindulged on beans and toast this morning. Actually, Johnny O, Jets is actually a better name for them this year. While you're at it, Mark, look up Peter Dinklage. It's a Venetian gift shop to win. Peter Dinklage. So let's see if we can find that guy. Oh, jeez. That's the midget from Game of Thrones. Oh, you're a little person. Sorry, can't say midget anymore. Can't say anything anymore. Let's see. There he is. You guys had a long night of drinking. Oh, well. What are you going to do? So, who's next on our list here? George?
I think we got our work.
So we looked at these real quick.
Yeah, it's a pass. Yeah. Not for 80,000.
Yeah. It looks like a one-trick pony. That's their only watch.
Yep.
And then the Airworks. Airwork is either you love it or you hate it,
Yep.
Are you an Airwork fan?
Huge fan.
Huge fan?
Yeah.
Which one what's your poison with Airwork?
It's just a different watch breed, to be honest with you. Martin Fry and it's really engineered differently. And until you wear one on the wrist, you just you don't realize what's actually on your wrist. Yeah. But the prices on some of these are like astronomical.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Astronomical, and they make some funky stuff, and it's not for everyone. Obviously, it's like really weird. Now, would I spend $100,000 on an artwork? No,
Yeah.
but maybe 20 or 25,000. I would just to have one in the collection.
So you have the satellite collection, the UR special projects, and the UR chronometry.
Mhm. The time and culture is actually a really nice one. It's the one with the blue all around, and sometimes they do it in like the Mayan calendars. They'll do it under different.
I've seen some of that.
Yeah, and it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
it just.
I think of all these independent ones. I think O'Rourke will be the one that I would probably gravitate to, and I think most people would too as well.
Okay. Yeah, those are cool. Again, that's big money players there,
Mm-hmm. Expensive.
Yeah. What is this space time blade thing for 63 grand?
Is
that a clock?
Take a look. I think it's probably some type of a clock.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I think MB&F does something similar to this stuff.
Yeah. Each space time blade is made of 1,446 components. Huh.
Jeez.
Damn.
How much is it?
63 grand. Is that what it said?
Yeah.
63.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine knocking that over?
Oh, geez. I want to throw up.
Yep.
I definitely want to throw it up.
Yeah, it'd be kind of nice to meet these watchmakers and talk with them. That's the cool thing about being an independent brand. But like I said, the price of entry is so high on some of these, and I think a lot of these watchmakers
around the time of watch time, 17th and 18th.
I think so. Is that what it is?
Well, let's go back and check. Let's go back and check. Through, yeah. No RSVP required. Come on. Their website stinks.
Yeah. I bought my first David Hune from Cellini Jewelers back in the day.
Yeah.
Now it's like impossible.
Buckley says you'll get a Grubel real cheap soon. Watch the Switzerland, New York City outlet has not sold one yet. Open February 2024. Not one sale. If you can't sell in New York City, you can't sell.
Yeah.
Love that bluesy, Buckley.
That Grubel. I think you want to look at the website there, Grubel Forcing, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I think they may have it. I think Cellini may have it, Mark.
They may have it at Cellini.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, if you look at the Balancier, right? You tell me, would you buy that watch?
Wait, which one's the Balancier? Oh, here.
Yeah. I think it's no. I think it's the far right one. Not this. Not the Convi. Yeah, the other one, right in the middle. Look at that, and yeah, it doesn't matter the black or the blue. Look at the rubber strap on that.
It looks cheap.
Yeah.
That doesn't even look as good as an Omega rubber strap.
No, looks cheap. Look at the size of the current. Look at the size of everything on that one.
Yeah. But the hands are lost.
Yeah. You can't find the hands.
Yeah.
And I think if I'm not mistaken, that's like It's like 41.5 millimeters. It looks more like a 44 to 46 to me.
Okay.
It looks huge.
Fire reserve on the back. I like the signature on the crown.
Oh, well, that's the good thing then.
Yeah, that watch doesn't hit the mark for me. You're
No,
right. That rubber strap is not good looking.
right. And it looks, they say it's 41.5, but it sure doesn't look like it's a 41.5 to
Yeah.
me.
No, I
It
agree.
looks like it's way bigger than that. And the
Yeah.
price points in these are, about 200,000 plus to start.
Yeah.
And so it's like, yeah, for 200,000, you could
There's a
probably get
lot you can get for 2 year grand.
yeah, you could get a really nice RM. You could get so many other pieces that
Yeah.
are so much better, and
Yeah, I
but
agree.
at a you know, and even still at 100,000, would you buy this? You
Yeah.
know, exactly. You could get what?
There's
You
so
could
much
get a lot of not
there's so many
so
better
many
choices,
better. Yeah,
I think.
yeah, I do too.
Buckley,
You know,
John D. Anybody going to this Cellini event to meet the watchmakers? Buckley, I know you love to have those kind of conversations with your watchmaker types, your Tim Mosso types. The Buckley
yeah. So,
story about Tim Mosso in the bathroom is hilarious.
mm,
Jen G is in the house. Good to see Jen G. She says, "Are you spreading the word about our watch community musical? I will not be part of. There will be no musical on the Lucha channel." The question is, without 1916 capturing the only audience that has the budget and/or interest in anything like this, while hoarding the production to increase the secondary price, what happens to them? Yeah, that's a good point.
yeah.
Yeah, those guys take a shot on some of these brands, and sometimes they whiff. You
Yep.
know, and you wonder you know what happens to their business model when they whiff big on something real big.
And
Um,
and the thing about Cellini that gets me is they have these independent brands, and you just wonder, other than perhaps maybe like a David Bethune or a Gronefeld or MB&F or
yeah,
Urwerk, you have all these other brands. You wonder how many of those other brands they actually sell to people,
yeah,
right?
you really do, and it's just like Tan says, stick to Protect, boys. You'll thank me in 20 years. But for most people, I would think that something like a Patek, is like
Hmm.
that's your end, that's kind of your end game, for a lot of people.
Hmm.
That, you
Sure.
know, because like I said, like for me, like I said, I ran into those people. She's wearing a Cartier, he's wearing a No Time to Die Omega, I'm wearing an Omega. We're having a nice conversation because we know what the watches are.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if I don't, if I'm like, if I show up wearing Grubel Forsey and I say, oh, I love your No Time to Die, they just think I'm
Mm.
just being a douche canoe. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's not a good looking watch. So you can have
No.
expensive independent watches like your David Bethune, gorgeous watch. You know what I mean? It's an absolutely beautiful watch, and there's a good story to tell behind it, and people would be interested to hear that. I don't know this thing. Anybody would be really that interested. Buckley says he'd rather listen to geopolitics by watch YouTubers than
Mhm.
listen, watch, or be a part of a musical. There you go. I guess, are we doing musicals on the colony community streams these days? I don't know.
And he's right about this because they end up losing
Yeah,
all those brands once they get popular. So
he says purchase history with them for future pizzas means nothing. Example: RM, Jordan, AP. Now they Bethune. Why bother? Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, there's enough cool watches. I mean, if I was going to spend big money on a watch, you know, I would look at the RM line. You know,
Mhm.
I think
Let's pull it up.
yeah, let's pull it up. Do they have RM at Chile?
They used to back in the day, not
Yeah,
anymore.
not anymore.
It's either we bring up RM or we talk about the foreign policy of Kamala Harris. So let's
Oh,
just stick
geez.
to RM.
Let's
Yeah.
stick to RM. Let's go to Richard Mill. So these are at least cool looking, and they're gonna you would think maintain some value,
And
they have
recognizable.
recognizable. They have their club, their events and clubs. You get to be part of the club,
Yep.
At least like there's something there. I think. Pull up the collections.
Collection.
Yeah, I mean, if you're spending that kind of money, I gotta believe that this is a better value.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Where's the one? And again, I'm kind of a little bit of more of a basic guy, but where is? Oh, here. I always thought this was just a nice looking. Oh no, this RM 74, not 47. I decided if I was going to look at an RM, it would, I always thought these were good looking.
The 7401.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's a tourbillon, correct?
Yes. We'll make it bigger.
Yeah. So you're looking, and that's probably titanium there.
Yeah.
So you're probably looking at about 300,000 starting.
Right. But if I'm looking at something that's in the hundreds, why wouldn't I just look at something like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Save up a couple bucks and get something that at least somebody knows what it is,
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. Rocco, you only watch that I got compliments is on the blue. That watch stand out more than any watch. The two-tone blue, but I sold it and I wish I didn't. The two-tone blues is it's an icon of Rolex.
I think I didn't catch the stream. I missed it, but I saw some of the clips. But I think Jeff got a RM30, if I'm not mistaken, the 3001. I think.
Was that the unboxing on OC stream? Maybe.
Yeah. I missed that for some reason. So.
Yeah, I've been doing other stuff and a lot of work, and just really haven't been paying a lot of attention. Basil's Bezel says he feels that Angelus makes some good tourbillons for the money, especially pre-out. Yeah, I like Angelus watches. Yeah. They're good looking. But again, I don't know that anybody would know what I had. Let me go pull up an RM30 here. You say that's the one that Jeff got?
Yeah, that's what Buckley says. So I'm sure was it the rose gold or was it the titanium? I wonder.
Rose gold.
That's a beautiful watch. Either one, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, that's just well done, well made.
Yeah.
Like you get to be part of the RM club. I mean, there's a lot to be said for that. That's really showing. I mean, for a lot of people these days, especially people younger than us, George, that's the grail.
Speak for yourself, Mark. Speak for yourself.
All right, younger than me.
Let me tell you something. Back in 2015, 14, 13, they couldn't give this watch away.
Yeah.
They couldn't give the RM11 away. I remember walking by an RM80 and, they had all the RM11s, the 10s, and everything out, and you could pick and choose whatever you want. And I remember the RM11 at one point, the MSRP on that was like back in 2015 was about 56,000, and it would sell in the gray for about 35 to 40.
Oh wow! Yeah, Buckley says titanium, and you got a limited strap in blue and white. That would probably be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a beauty.
And
I think this one is in ceramic.
Okay.
This RM3001. So I think it comes in titanium, rose gold, ceramic, and carbon TPT are usually what they have. Now the RM60 67 is like, I believe, their thinner version.
Okay.
It's like a dressier. It's like the Calatrava line is what I like to think of it as, And I think it comes in all different forms. It comes white gold, rose gold, titanium, medium set diamonds, full set diamonds. But yeah, the 67. I believe it's the 67. Yeah.
I miss it.
Yeah, so it comes in white gold, medium set diamonds, and their diamonds are actually well done.
Yeah.
But this is like what I call the Calatrava line of RM. Just very simple, very sleek, and very well done.
This section of the show is called "Things Lucha Will Never Own."
But you know what the cool thing is you could go to an RMAD and they'll let you try.
Yeah.
Models. They're not pretentious. They're really down to earth. So beautiful watch.
Ape says the strap is not limited. It's just rare to find.
And the thing with their straps is, I think as I know, is that basically when you switch them out, you want to take them to RM to do it because of the type of screws you need. You can really muck it up. But I think, like I've seen on Timepiece Trading, they do it all the time. So unless if you really know what you're doing.
I do not know what I'm doing.
No, I don't either. So
yeah, I rely on others. I've often said, like, as far as cars go, if I could fix them, I would, because the hours are better.
I think some of the prices, I think some of the prices on these straps range from like $500 all the way up to like $2,000 a strap.
Oh, wow.
So they can get pricey.
Dang, now.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
And as for, my feelings on RM, I've always said the RM11 is like the flagship line of RMs. So like, I think they have if I'm not mistaken, I think they're on the 4th or the 5th iteration of the RM11. And you want to look that up again for me, Mark? It's been a while since I've been on.
I don't see
maybe. Maybe they discontinued it. Okay, so they may have discontinued. Okay, there you go. So I guess they discontinued the RM11 line at the 1103 or the 1104.
Right.
So, and the RM11 was the one that actually brought them their prominence and into the public spotlight. So I've always gravitated to the 11 line myself. So
very cool.
And
let me see how the polls go in here. We have 42% for the Cowboys, 47% for the Bengals. I think the Bengals are a huge disappointment. I guess nobody thought much of the Browns this year, and
rightfully so.
And 11% for the Eagles.
Yeah,
the Eagles are another coaching dumpster fire of a franchise this year. It just seems like there's just so much. Let's see. Ape says the RM003 says modern ones are trash.
I beg to differ on that. Totally beg to differ on that. I think the RM66 Flying Tourbillon is like one of the best watches I've ever seen. I think there's another one that I saw that I was really nice to. The 2705, I think it's the 2705 or 3, the Tourbillon Nadal, the 35 lines
Yeah.
are from Nadal lines are all good. The baby Nadal, you know, I totally beg to differ on that.
Yeah.
That's not even in the ballpark.
Bezos Bezos got
Sorry,
chocolate
apes.
at his RM dealer. And Buckley says that there's a special tool for that strap,
Yeah,
but he wouldn't attempt
exactly.
it. Yeah,
Yep.
that's
Correct.
something that nice, expensive. I don't want to tempt the fate playing with that.
I think
It's hard enough to do
I
it.
think I told everyone the story about this, but one time I was called an RM AD, and I wanted the 3503,
Okay.
and they said, "Well, we can get you one, but you have to buy either the RM1 that you see right there, the top line, the second from the left, or the RM40 McLaren Tourbillon, which is I don't think is around anymore." Um, and the price, just FYI, the price of the RM1 at it was about 6-7 months ago was $1,895,000.
Jesus. And that's
Yeah,
not, I don't even like it.
right there. Yeah,
Wow.
and you could probably get that in the gray now for about like $1.5 million.
Wow.
And the RM40, which I don't see that anymore, is the Tourbillon McLaren, and it looks like the McLaren engine. And
Oh,
I don't
okay.
see it on there, Mark. So I looked for it. I think they must have discontinued that line. That was like 895,000.
Wow. Jeez.
I'm like, you got to spend like 895 to 1,895 to just to get a 3503,
Man,
where I could just buy it on the gray and save like 300 to $1 million.
I like this light blue one.
Oh, it's very nice. I think this is what Nadal was wearing at his last tournament, if I'm
Okay.
not mistaken. Yeah,
Yeah. I like that strap.
yep.
I like
Everything
that.
is well. Yeah, everything is well done. Well
Yeah.
done.
Sport mode.
Yep.
Yeah, that light blue one with that light blue strap's kind of cool looking.
Hmm. Very well done. Well done watch.
Yes.
And I think the one that Jeff got is real nice as well. The 30 line is real nice.
Mm-hmm. Very, very cool. Good for Jeff. Congrats.
Yeah.
I wanted to look up, just for the sake of argument, what was it? RM003 is what
Hmm.
Apes was talking about. Let's see what that looks like. Tourbillon dual time zone. Here's one of Chrono 24. Let's see.
Let's pull it up.
Let's see. RM003. RM003. Okay. Hey, look what comes up on the bottom there, George. A couple of aqua timers. You think I've searched for those before?
Yeah.
Let's see. This looks like real pictures. So let's take a look. It's one real picture. All right. Why would you have one? You're trying to sell a one. I mean, why would you do one?
It's probably they don't even own it, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. It's got almost the same case shape as the RM11. I don't
Okay.
know about the thickness of it. Yeah, it looks like the RM11's a little bit more convex. No, it's about the same, I would say.
Yeah.
It's almost like the RM11 when I look
Okay.
at it from the side. Yeah.
Very nice looking watch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Basically, they just took the case design on this. They put a
Yeah.
GMT and a flyback chrono and called it the RM11.
Okay. What else is good looking here, George?
Mark, if you put on a damn IWC, I'm split. See you later.
good looking piece.
Control yourself, Mark.
Control myself. I am seriously flirting with the idea of getting another one of these.
Well, then go seek some help.
Go seek some help.
I was thinking, I have never seen in the wild and the Pharrell Williams RM11, the RM.
Yeah.
I forgot the number on that.
Oh, I will say this: the No Time to Die Seamaster, much darker outside of jewelry store lighting. I've only ever seen them at an AD, and when you see it in person, it's very brown. The dial is much browner than it looks at the AD, and the strap is much darker. The titanium mesh is much darker. Whoa, Sauce Gardner's walking off. That can't bode well for them. But yeah, that's interesting.
Oh well.
Yeah.
So I think, like I said, with RM, it's such a. I mean, I don't know. I think you've got to like displace this and say this is definitely has to be considered part of the trilogy.
Yeah.
And I think Vacheron needs to be booted out of there.
There you go.
That's just my opinion.
Just one man's opinion, folks.
One man's opinion. One man's opinion.
What are you gonna do? It is what it is.
Well, let's get to the games.
Let's get to the games. Let's make some football picks. So, I think we both picked the Vikings.
Who are they playing?
Well, they're currently playing the Jets.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's an easy call.
Panthers at the Bears.
That would be that'd be the Bears, I think.
You think the Bears?
I think the Bears.
Kind of, I don't know. Caleb Williams has been okay, but not great. He's a rookie still. I don't know. I think I'm going to take the Panthers. Sorry,
okay.
John.
Do we know the lines on these games or no?
Yeah, so the line is Chicago.
It depends on the line.
Chicago -4. So the Panthers are getting 4 points.
Yeah. No, I'll still take the Bears.
Okay. Big game. Especially we were talking about the Bengals. We got the Ravens at the Bengals. Baltimore is 2.5-point favorites.
I'll take Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm going to take Baltimore too. I don't think the Bengals defense is very good. Joe Burrow's not playing bad, but the defense has really been a letdown. Here's another interesting game.
Go ahead.
Dolphins at the Patriots.
What's the line on this one?
Miami's a 1.5-point favorite.
No, I'll take New England. I think at least their quarterback can throw 10 yards.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take New England too because the Dolphins look like a fire sale without Tua.
Yeah.
Let's see. Then you have the Browns, the 1-3 Cleveland Browns at the 3-1 Washington Commanders. The Commanders are 3-point favorites, George.
Oh, I'll still take the Commanders. I think Cleveland is trash.
Yeah.
I think Deshaun Watson is trash, though.
And they've got so many injuries and so many issues. I'm not sold on them at all.
Not at all.
But yeah, not a fan of Deshaun or that trade. I think that's going to go down as one of the worst trades in the history of football.
Yep.
Then you have the Colts at Jacksonville. Jacksonville is getting 3.5. They're 0-4.
I'm taking Indianapolis.
Yeah, Indianapolis hasn't won there in 10 years.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. That Trevor Lawrence is another.
He's another nightmare.
Horrible contract. Horrible contract.
I'm with you with the Colts there. I think the Colts are better.
Horrible contract. I just think a lot of these NFL GMs just overpay for their quarterbacks so much. so much.
No,
And
I
how
get it.
many of them? Unless if your name is Mahomes or Purdy or the guy from Buffalo, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I don't know who else would you pay all this kind of money for? Herbert maybe, and yet he hasn't exactly lit up the stage either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 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 All right. So here's another good game. Bills at Texans, both 3-1. Houston
What's
is
the
a
line?
1 point favorite. Houston. The
Oh, I'll
Bills
take
are
Houston in the
impressed,
points. Yeah.
but Houston has not impressed me this year. They're
Well,
3-1, but they haven't looked great. I think I'm going to take the Bills.
okay. I'll take
The
the
Bills,
Texans in the
yeah, the
points.
Bills had one bad game.
No.
I know they're often overrated, but they played pretty well except for against Baltimore. I don't know the Texans can. They don't have Derrick Henry.
Right.
Then you
But
have
they do have Joe.
game.
But they do have Joe Mixon.
Yeah, you have Joe Mixon.
And the Ravens just gave a blueprint to all the NFL teams on how to beat the Bills.
Yeah.
Run the ball right up the middle.
Battle of 2-2 bad teams. The Raiders at the Broncos. The Broncos are 3-point favorites.
Oh, I'll take Denver in the points all day.
Yeah, I'm going to take Denver in the points too. Devontae Adams.
Better coach. Yeah, better coach.
Yeah.
Las Vegas always has I don't know what the problem is with that organization. Every year there's always controversy or something.
There's always drama there and controversy. Yeah. And then we have your game, the 1-3 Cardinals at the 2-2 49ers.
Niners in the points every day.
7.5 point favorites. Who's
Niners
in and out?
Points. Doesn't matter, Mark.
Doesn't matter?
No.
Is Kittle playing?
Kittle's be playing, but I don't think McCaffrey is going to be back this season at all.
Yeah, I don't think so either. They're saying
I told my friends I think his career might be finished.
Yeah. It is possible. I mean,
yep.
He got abused in Carolina.
Oh yeah, he got trashed bad, big time bad. When they were especially like awful,
Yeah. Looks like we got the Packers at the Rams. Green Bay is 3-point favorites.
Oh, that's an
neither one of those LA teams have a home field advantage.
No, that's going to be like Green Bay and the points.
Yeah.
The thing about the Rams is it's interesting. If they go 1-4, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of follow the Rams because they prevented the Niners from going to the Super Bowl that year against the Bengals.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If they go 1-4, I'm just wondering if they would seriously consider like trading Stafford.
It's possible.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would trading Stafford, maybe trading Cup to like a team that needs a wide receiver. Who would that be?
Even playing?
No, he's injured again. Probably trade him to like Kansas City. And if I was like Les Snead, the GM, I would probably think about maybe a quick phone call after a 1-4 start.
Yeah.
Call Miami and say, hey, how about a few picks for Stafford?
Nice.
And they still have Garoppolo, right? So you can still use Garoppolo, and you never know.
He's a injury magnet.
Yeah, but
as you well know.
Yeah, but at least he got him to the Super Bowl, right? He was just one throw away.
Yeah. One overthrow away.
That's the awful part.
Yeah. The terrible.
And he didn't play really that bad against the Rams.
Yeah.
In 2021 in the divisional finals. Yeah. All right, so we both agree on the Packers and the points.
Yeah. You've got the terrible Giants at
Yeah,
the Seahawks.
the overrated Seahawks.
7 point.
And again, it's the same thing. The Seahawks, you know, when you watch them play, they played against quarterbacks that can't throw the ball.
Yeah.
That's their 3 wins. I think were with New England. Who was the other one? New England, and then it was Denver, and I can't remember the third team.
Yeah.
But none of those teams had a quarterback. That's all I recall. And they play another team that doesn't have a quarterback. So they better win this game, because if they don't, it's really bad.
It's really bad. True, I agree. And then the Sunday night game is the Cowboys at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh getting 2.5.
I'll take Pittsburgh in points all day.
Yeah.
I think Dallas has got so many. I think Micah Parsons is out. I think they got some issues.
They've got some issues. They can't run the ball.
Yeah. Right.
If you're passing the Steelers, even with what's his 56 out, Nick Herbert's playing out of his mind.
Right.
Right. You got him and T.J. Watt coming off the edges. I don't know. If you don't have a running game, it's you're playing right into what the Steelers want to do. So we'll go there, and then we only have one Monday night game this week.
Thank God.
Saints at Chiefs. Kansas City -6.
I'll take the Chiefs and the points.
I think I'm going to take the Saints with the points. I don't think the Saints are going to win. But the Chiefs just played so many close games this year.
Yeah. I did watch the Chiefs Chargers game last weekend. And I have to admit, I am really impressed by Harbaugh. He's going to have that Chargers team in a year or two right up there, and definitely on the verge,
Yep.
It's not your mother's Chargers anymore,
No, definitely not. Definitely not. So that's our game picks.
Nice.
Very cool.
Yep. Well, like I said, it's going to be an interesting season, and I'm kind of curious to see, who would have thought the Vikings? I never thought Darnold would be this good, but I knew, working with Shanahan, I thought, he might have some promise and some hope,
Yeah.
But,
still 7 about 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
I just can't believe that the Jets can only score 7 points and 9 points against the Broncos last weekend.
Yeah, that's coaching.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Rodgers' arm's still live enough. I mean, I don't know. They just don't look good. They're 2 of 10 on third down. Facing 3rd and 3. Huh.
Oh well. Anyways, Mark, I've got to get going. I thought I'd just hop on real quick, give you a hand.
Appreciate it.
Enjoy your Sunday football.
Yeah, we're gonna go for another 12 minutes, and then looks like we're doing people listening to Diego Grunt on the community stream. I don't know why.
You gotta love that.
Yeah. I don't understand the why you want grown men listening to you grunt in the gym, but hey, what are you gonna do?
Oh well, that's right. What are you gonna do? On a last note, I stayed up last night watching the Padres Dodgers game.
Oh yeah.
What a great playoff game. I thought all of the games yesterday was good, but I thought I'd stay up and just watch it. And Ohtani, gosh, for $2 million a year, the Dodgers are sure getting a hell of a deal.
You're getting a deal there. Yeah, Ohtani looks good. The Yankees won. Surprised the Mets. I thought the Phillies might be the real deal this year. Cleveland won big.
The Phillies, it's still not over yet,
No, but
it's not over.
It's just the Mets. I don't know what it is. Every time you want to count them out, they
the Major League Baseball
started the season terrible.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is like who would have thought Detroit, right? The
Yeah,
Tigers, unbelievable. The baseball gods, you'd love to see a Dodgers Yankees game, World Series. That would be awesome. You know what else would be cool is a Dodger. It would be a Mets Yankees. The Subway Series.
yeah.
That would be really good for baseball as well. So we shall see.
Hazel's
We'll
done
see. Anyways,
50 Club of One. There you go.
yeah,
Tom Boss
yeah.
reminding
Club of
everyone
One.
to upvote if you haven't done so. How many upvotes do we have? I didn't check. So let's check the poll first before you go, George.
Yep.
So the
Sure.
Cowboys and Bengals are tied at 45% each. Browns nobody voted for. I guess nobody had high hopes for them, and the Eagles are at 9%. The Browns were everyone's kind of they were a darling Super Bowl pick.
And I think the other thing with the Eagles is I think other teams have figured out how to contain their QB.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the defensive coordinators after a while, they do share notes, right?
Right.
So
It's true.
they know how to figure it out. So, anyways, I'm off to do some work. So let's get ready for the work week. So, anyways, I will see you on the streams, Mark. Always great to be on your show.
Always good to have you, George. I appreciate you coming by.
Pleasure's mine. Pleasure's mine. Stay safe. Stay healthy. And I hope your Steelers crush those Cowboys.
There you go.
Take care. Bye-bye.
There you go. All right.
Take care.
Thanks, George. Ladies and gentlemen, George Varghese. Always good to have George on the show. Do some football picks, look at some RMs and some other stuff. But like I said, where was my thing at? I was looking at obviously I look at the Aqua Timer still. Yeah, the Spirit Zulu time. Hey, my brother has mine. They make that blue one, which is nice. I like the 42 because of my wrist size. But we'll go here for a couple more minutes and then let you guys get over to listen to some whatever he calls that thing when he grunts for men. It's just kind of weird to me, but hey, what are you going to do? Grunting for other men. What would you call that? Like homoerotic ASMR? Could be. I don't know. You tell me. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I don't give a fuck. I have a gay brother. I love him dearly. Grew up with gay friends. Two very gay friends when I was growing up. At a time when people didn't really admit that, and they didn't really come out and say it or anything, but hey, that was their thing. And fortunately, we all just hung out. We weren't on the mindset that they were trying to influence us or date us or anything like that. It just was what it was. And learn to be more accepting. So that's what everyone should do. You should say something nice to someone, do something nice for someone, and be the light you would like to see shining from others. As we always like to say, there's 11 of you still hanging on here, and we got like 20 some up votes. Appreciate that. And go from there. There was breakfast this morning, but actually, I was more impressed with Muhammad Ali's breakfast. His mushroom and poached egg dish that he got looks amazing. We'll have to see what's going on there. Anybody else got anything they want to chat about? Thomas Burnett, are you still out there? I did pull this up just in case, but I would need you because I don't know anything about these. Do you think that the modern Tech 6007 should be in the Calatrava range? Does it look like a Calatrava, do you think? What does a Calatrava look like these days? 5212 weekly calendar, a pilot watch. If you're out there, Thomas Burnett, let me know. Oh, the Jets scored again, 17-10. Got a field goalie with 50 seconds left in the third. Let's see if they can do anything with that. We shall see. 14 people watching this garbage. Again, I apologize. There will be no homoerotic grunting. Not that there's anything wrong with that, if that's what you like. Now, since it's my show and nobody's piping up here, the Jets are losing. I'm going to go look at. Let's see. Not logged in. Here's another watch that I absolutely adore. I mean, George is gone. I can show an IWC. I love the Big Pilot 43. I think that's just a very classic looking pilot's watch. It's not super huge like some of them. I can pull off the super huge, but 43 is really a comfy watch. I love the Big Onion crown, the Big Pilot crown. The Sunray blue finish on that watch in person is amazing. The micro adjust system on that bracelet is amazing. Even the way you change out links is kind of cool. That's a cool watch. I think it's like a $10,000 watch new. This looks like this one says new year of production 2024. That might be a deal. And if we continue our good months, we will run up and grab one of those. We'll see what's going on there. But we're approaching 2 hours, and there's plenty of football to watch today, so I think I'm going to do some of that. I hope everyone out there has a great day. We will see you again next week. If you haven't hit the upvote, please hit the upvote on your way out. We do always appreciate that. And we will be Lucha our way out of here. Thomas Burnett, if you're out there, come back on sometime and we'll chat about your Patek question, because I don't know enough about it to carry on that kind of conversation.